If you have no employee handbook, if you have no other written policies, start with this one. You may need an anti-harassment policy in place now, probably even if you have only one employee. Now, anti-discrimination statutes. There's Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of '64. That's the federal version. There's RCW 4960, our state Washington law against discrimination. Now, those don't apply until you reach a certain head count. The state statute doesn't apply until you have 8 or more full-time equivalents. Full-time equivalent is like when you take 2 20-hour employees and smoosh them together to count as one full-time equivalent. But you might want one anyway. First, it's expected. Employees, almost none of whom appreciate how the law applies to small employers versus big employers, do feel companies are supposed to have one. Everybody thinks companies should have an anti-harassment policy, so they'll expect you to have one whether you're required to or not. And they may make a judgment about your values if it's missing. Second, it may enforce some uncomfortable conversations that are good for the employment relationship. Good hygiene may make you a better leader. And maybe, depending on your values, you'll agree it's simply just the right thing to do. Third, every level of government has full-time investigators investigating workplace harassment. So let's put a policy in place so you have something to point to when they come knocking on your door. Additionally, Seattle has an ordinance that applies if you have even one employee. And statewide, courts have expanded judge-made common law to reach every Washington employer in some scenarios. There's a legal advantage to having this anti-harassment policy. If you don't have it, you're not only more vulnerable than you might think, but your employee may get the wrong belief about your values, and you could be missing out on opportunities for healthy dialogue and peace of mind. Lastly, you can be personally liable for harassment you didn't do if it happens under your watch. So let's put a policy in place. Tell us who you are and where to send this policy. We'll send you a short series of emails with an anti-harassment policy that's compliant under state and federal law and video explanations at the executive level. I'll explain a little bit about unlawful harassment, components every effective anti-harassment policy must have, who should be covered, and some other tips. Fill out the contact form to get all of that now at no cost to you.